Hi and welcome. Today we are going to break down Hill Pong's 2 minute 32 seconds 5 ELD solve. He's starting off with the third solve of the competition. The competition name is YJ Comp. It was held in Malaysia. It's still ongoing. It just concluded. So Hill broke the Asian record with a time of 2 minutes 32 seconds, which beats the former Asian record by Kaijun Lin, which was 2 minutes 39 seconds. So it was a massive 7-second improvement and only 11 seconds off the world record. As you can see, he is doing one pass of all the pieces, and now we can see the stack mat at the right. It's nearing 40 seconds, and we see the knot down from Hill. He's done with the memo. There are 5 piece types in in 5x5. There is midges, wings, corners, X centers, and plus centers. So what Hill is doing right now first is he's doing the plus centers execution, and as you can see there are a bit of rotations because you do want to get into really finger trickable. Like finger trickable on 5x5 does not exist, but you can try and get as much finger trick as you want. So that's how the center solving goes. There are rotations, but they are good enough because you don't want to be inefficient in any manner. So he is done with both X and plus. As you can see, many of the X centers were solved, so the X center took quite less time. Now he is doing the midges. I guess this is one of the last few comps. Now he's on to the corners. He is doing the corner exec. Here's the third alg of the corner. Here's the fourth alg of the corner, and now you can see that there is a UFR UBL UFR UFL swap. That means there would be a parity. There was a 7-second pause right now to remember wings, and wings are notoriously quite hard to remember, and I can agree to that. So Hill almost near towards the end of the wing execution. Here there would be one more 3-second pause incoming for the last image, I guess. So for a memo of 42 seconds to hold it through and to carry the memo till the end, it's quite commendable. Now he's doing the wing parity, and after the wing parity it's a JA palm that he's doing, and he finishes. Now let's just watch the execution at half speed, and let's look at few things that we missed in the previous minute. So as you can see, the memo was just for 42 seconds, which means for a piece, let's say for a lucky scramble, there might be 38 algs, so 38 letter pairs. So 38 letter pairs in 42 seconds, that's quite insane. I do not have the scramble yet, but I would like to reconstruct the scramble as well. There is just pauseless plus center execution. So how Hill memorizes is he memorizes all the wings, corners, midges, and he doesn't review any of these pieces, and then straight away moves towards trying to quickly memorize the centers, the plus and the X. So it's very important that you carry this memo strong, so that's why you need good execution. So that's why if you see Hill's Pong YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of his videos are about drilling big BLD algs. So he's trying to drill them, make them sub 1.5 and so on. So as we can see, the X centers are done. This is the last alg, and he starts off with the midge this was the last alg. At 1 minute 24 he's done with the X centers. A bit of a 1 or 2 second pause before the wing, before the midge execution, but overall the midge execution was fluid. The problem with midges is you cannot use 3 style algs. E slice and S slice are quite hard. It's impossible to do it on a 5x5, so that's why you have to resort to Z moves, Z rotations in order to do S or E. So the last midge alg, how Hill executed, he used a thumb push. Okay, corner execution can like there is a lot of regrips in corner execution, but I can understand because it's a very big cube that you're holding. 5x5 the layers are quite thin, so having rotation less regripless corner solves is hard. Now here is the big pause before the wings, which cost him potential sub 2 minutes 30 or even a world record. If all the pauses are removed, the solve would have been sub 2 minutes 20 seconds. After the execution, I would be interviewing Hill, and he would be discussing about how he felt about the solve and what he thinks is the limit of 5BLD, and just giving some tips for us mortals on how to practice and get better and be good at 5BLD like he is. So the first solve he got was a national record, 3 minutes 3 seconds, but he wanted to get the Asian record, which was for that he had to get a sub 2 minutes 39 seconds. So this was the last solve. He already had a success in hand, so he rushed the memo, and that was a good thing. He couldn't get a mean because the second solve was a DNF, so that's why rushing was a good decision to do at last. As you can see, he does a setup move for wing parity. The setup is a 2 move setup, and now a U2 and a JA pump, and finish. Hi Hill, thanks for taking this interview. My first question is, how do you feel after getting this amazing result of 2 minutes 32 seconds, which is the Asian record?
Yeah, I got 2 minutes and 22. I was like really happy because I brought the ASR. But then I have a little bit upset because I know that my memo is really fast and I pause a lot when my execution. So potential it could be a world record, but then never mind. As long as it's still a ASR.
My second question is, how did you get a memo of 42 seconds in 5 blind?
For the memo, because I'm not too sure how, but I just going through one pass and just try to one pass it. Don't think about will forget or not.
My third question is, what do you think is the limit of 5BLD solving?
For the limit of 5 blind, maybe could went down to 1 minute and 40 seconds or 1 minute and 45 seconds, but sub 2 is very potential.
And my final question is, how can a beginner start learning 5 blind and get better?
For beginner, I think it is better for them to learn freestyle first and then get used to their rooms and letter pad. So after they get better at using rooms and freestyle letter pad on 4 blind, then they can switch to 5 blind and start practice 5 blind. But here's another thing, because most of the freestyle on 3x3, they require a lot of finger tricks, like using the middle finger, ring finger, and so on. But then because the layer is so small on a 5x5, so I don't think finger trick is a high requirement for them, and some hours may need to change.